Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the final video of the NFL football season preview, part 2 of this series. And we're going to wrap up all the teams in the NFL by talking about the last place teams from a season ago in the NFC West. And that will be the San Francisco 49ers, who have went through an injury-marred season and are hoping to hit the refresh button and to finally get back to the postseason after a one-year absence and make some serious hay in a crowded NFC. Let's go ahead and talk about the San Francisco 49ers. All right, year number 9 of Kyle Shanahan. This man looks like he has aged like 30 years since he's taken that job back in 2016, but he has produced some solid teams, to say the least. Now, if we look at their projected key starters, this is where we're going to have some question marks. We got Brock Purdy there, of course, who signed a massive extension in the offseason. He's going to be locked in with San Francisco, I believe, through 2028. They did acquire Mac Jones, formerly of the New England Patriots, to be the backup. That's fine. In the running back room, it was headlined by Isaac Guerendo. He had a very solid season, 420 yards and 4 touchdowns. But the question mark is, will Christian McCaffrey play? He'll be entering his 9th season in the NFL. A season ago, he only had 50 rushes for 200 yards. It was not a good season. A lot of question marks, to say the least, especially when you looked at when his stats in 2023, he had almost 1,500 yards rushing. So, of course, we had all the issues with the knee, and who knows what's going to happen. But I'm not sure the Christian McCaffrey that's going to come back, is he going to be the same explosive running back that we have used seeing formerly his days in Carolina and during his tenure there in San Francisco when they traded him in the middle of the season. Now, on the wide receiver, tight end positions, you know about George Kittle, the second best tight end in the NFL, right behind Travis Kelce of Kansas City. And then you also know about Trent Williams, their featured left tackle there, who is just a wall that you don't want to be up in his grill with. Now with the wide receivers. Brandon Aiyuk had quite a turbulent offseason with his contract issues and him skipping practice. It seems all that has got taken care of, so he'll be back. Don't worry about that. And apparently he is thriving in his workouts, courtesy of a report on CBS Sports. But he's looking pretty good. You got Jawan Jennings there. You got Ricky Pearsall, who of course sustained that chest injury after getting shot in the offseason season ago, but he looked really good, and I think he's going to be a nice addition for them. And then also you throw in Demarcus Robinson there as the fourth wide receiver. Now on the defense side of the ball, they do have Nick Bosa, still looking pretty good. Starting his 7th season there out of Ohio State. Fred Warner there at the linebacker position. You got Mustafa there at the free safety position, who I believe is going to be. I thought I saw something was going to be out this season. Someone sustained a torn ACL. I thought it was going to be out all year. Then you also have Michael Williams there and Yetur Gross-Matos there at the defensive end position. 592, 512, and 14 is the overall record for the San Francisco 49ers, 53.6 win percentage. They have winning records against Los Angeles and Arizona in the division, and they are down by 8 games against the Seattle Seahawks in that rivalry series. So let's go and talk about the schedule. So if we look at the schedule, it's again mirrors almost exactly like all the other teams in the division. They just changed some of the opponents depending on placement in this division a season ago. Of course, last season they were in 4th place, so they'll play a bunch of 4th place teams. But they play common opponents just like Los Angeles and Seattle and Arizona. I do have them losing week 1 at Seattle in kind of a surprise loss there. But then winning 3 straight, then losing a couple, it's going to be kind of like a back and forth year for them. All the way up until week 15, though, and then I have them winning their last 4 games. I have them finishing 9-8 on the season, finishing in 2nd place alone in the NFC West, excuse me. But I do have them losing in the divisional round. I forget who the opponent was, but they will lose in the divisional round this season. They will make the playoffs though, which will be good, which will be an upgrade from a 6-11 mark a season ago. They will not hit the 10.5 win total, but they'll come very close to it. Primetime games, they're week 5 at Los Angeles Rams in week 5. They host Atlanta in Sunday Night Football in week 7. Their Monday Night Football, they host the Carolina Panthers in week 12. And then they also are at Indianapolis week 16 Monday Night Football on ESPN. And then week 17, they host the last Sunday Night Football game of the season against the Chicago Bears. Outside of that, they have a couple 1 o'clock games for the games that they go onto the East Coast. I wouldn't say Houston's an East Coast team, but they're not out west, so they're closer to the East Coast. So I call it an East Coast game. But they also have a bunch of 4 o'clock and 4:05 and 4:25 games, which is a trend among the West Coast teams. But overall, 9-8, a winning season in San Francisco, and losing in the divisional round for this season. All right, so this wraps up part 2 of the NFL football season preview. There is not a part 3, there's not a part 4, so this will be the end of the series. Next time you will hear from me will be the start of the college football series season and the start of the NFL season. I will do a college football series. I will debut that later on. There will not be a preview series because I don't follow college that much and I don't know who the players and the parts and pieces are. I just know the big names and stuff like that. But I will do a college football series starting late August, and then I will also start, of course, the NFL season preview during the season. That will kick off in the beginning of September. Until then, this is your man Dylan signing off about the NFL football season preview, and I look forward to seeing you when the season returns in late August and early September. Have a great rest of your summer and enjoy your summer. Have a great day.